what's going on? Are you really not coming to my wedding?
What do you mean? Is the wedding still on? You're not postponing? Are you really gonna hold it today?
Of course I am. Today's the day we booked the venue. It's not easy to get a date here, you know.
Why does that matter now? You can still reschedule it for a later date, can't you? Even if it's a little later, does that really matter now?
Why would it be rescheduled in the first place? Jeez, you can be pretty heartless, can't you? I really wanted you to be here for my wedding. Can you at least tell me why you aren't coming?
That's what I should be asking you. Why didn't you come to Mom's funeral?
What are you talking about?
You didn't even bother showing up to her wake last night. I called you so many times. How could you be so heartless?
Honestly, what are you going on about? You aren't making sense.
You know Mom doesn't have a lot of family. And ever since Dad passed away, we haven't really been in touch with his side of the family. There was hardly anyone at her funeral. I never would have thought even her own son wouldn't show up. It was so sad.
Are you feeling okay?
Of course not! My mom just died! I don't know why you seem to be feeling well enough to go ahead with your wedding.
You're really starting to worry me. You're making no sense at all.
Stop messing around, please. I called you countless times, didn't I? Why didn't you answer any of my calls?
I was really busy preparing for the ceremony, so Mom said she'd call you back for me.
What are you talking about? I was in the hospital with her right till the end. Why would she need to call me?
You're really confusing me. Never mind being dead. Mom's not even in the hospital anymore. She seemed fine at dinner last night, and she came to the wedding today, too. She didn't even seem too sick. She wasn't her usual self, but she definitely didn't seem terminally ill.
That's impossible. She passed away the day before yesterday. How the hell is a dead person supposed to show up at a wedding? Please stop messing around. This isn't funny.
I'm not kidding around. She really came.
Came where?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. She was at the wedding today.
Today was her funeral! How could she have been at your wedding? I saw her get cremated literally 2 hours ago.
I don't know whose funeral you went to, but she was here. I have pictures with her too, if you don't believe me. She was at my wedding, from the beginning to the end.
That can't be true.
I was worried because you never showed up. I've been wanting to call you all day, but Mom said to leave it to her to get in touch with you, so I did.
Are you being serious?
Why would I be lying?
Mom definitely died. There's no doubt about that, though. I have all the documents from the doctor declaring her dead and everything, as well as her ashes.
If that was really true, then who is at my wedding?
I have no idea. This doesn't make any sense.
I just tried to call Mom now, but there was no answer. I have to go to my wedding reception now, though.
Are you serious? You're still going through with the reception, too? You understand Mom's passed away now, at least, right? Are you still gonna celebrate?
I don't know what to believe anymore. I met Mom in real life less than 30 minutes ago. Even if you tell me she's already been cremated or whatever, you can't expect me to just believe that. I saw her with my own 2 eyes.
Do you really think I would lie about Mom passing away? I'm the only one who was by her side as she passed away. And I was the only one who heard her last words.
Okay, then. What were her last words?
She said, "You and Andy get along, okay?"
Oh. That's really funny.
What do you mean?
You guys are playing some kind of dumb joke on me, right? Is Mom in on this too?
Of course not! How could you suggest that?
For Pete's sake. Today's meant to be the happiest day of my life. Thanks to you, the memory's tainted now.
You've gotta believe me. I'm not messing with you, Andy.
I don't know what you're trying to pull, but just stop it already. You're not gonna convince me Mom's passed away when I've literally just seen her. Don't bother sending me a picture of a hospital document or something, since you could have just forged it.
How could you be so cruel? This isn't something I just lie about. Mom's been sick for ages now. Why would I lie about her passing away?
Who's the cruel one? I don't know why, but you're the one lying about our mom dying for a stupid joke. I've had enough, though. If you didn't want to come to my wedding, you should have just told me instead of all this nonsense. You didn't have to jump through so many hoops to get out of coming.
I told you! I'm not lying! I would have loved to go to your wedding, but Mom's just died, you know?
That's really enough already. I'm going to my reception now. So don't message me again. Goodbye.
Andy! I'm not lying! Andy, can't you give me a hand over here? I could really use some help. There's so much to sort out with her bank accounts and will and everything.
Are you still trying to convince me Mom passed away? Despite me seeing her just yesterday? Can you stop already? How much longer are you gonna do this? I'm not mad at you for missing my wedding, so just please drop the sick joke. I'm hungover from the reception last night too, so stop blowing up my phone.
For the last time, I'm not joking. Just believe me, please. I don't know why you won't believe me, but I'm just asking for some help. I need to cancel her phone too, but I can't find it anywhere. I was wondering if you had any idea where it could be.
Well, of course you can't find it. Mom has it with her.
You mean the person you've been talking about since yesterday? Whoever that was at your wedding? Are you really sure that was our mom at your wedding?
For the last time, of course I'm sure. You think I'd mistake a stranger for my own mom?
What else could have happened? That would make more sense than the alternative. It could have been someone who just looks remarkably like her, no?
She was an only child, right?
Yeah, she was.
Then who could have looked so much like her that her own son would get confused?
I don't know.
It's starting to seem like you really believe this yourself. Why don't you try calling her yourself?
I did, but nobody's answering.
She hasn't answered my call since yesterday either. I'm guessing she's not at home either, or you'd have found her. Where could she be?
I definitely held Mom's funeral yesterday. That much I know for a fact. There's no way I imagined that. But you're saying you're certain she was at your wedding, too. This really doesn't make any sense. We can't both be right.
The only way it would make any sense is if you're lying. Or confused somehow.
I told you already, I'm not. I swear. I have her ashes, and the picture we used at the funeral. You can come take a look if you still don't believe me.
Okay. I'll take a shower and head over there.
You still have a key, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I have an appointment with the bank to cancel all of her accounts. So if I'm not back when you come over, just let yourself in.
Okay, got it.
The hospital documents and everything are just on the kitchen table, too. That should be enough for you to finally see I'm not lying.
This is starting to scare me. One of us must be having some serious delusions.
Yeah, it's been scaring me since yesterday.
Or maybe neither of us are hallucinating.
How do you mean?
I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I wonder if that was Mom's ghost at my wedding.
You should count yourself lucky in that case. I don't care if it's a ghost. I want to meet Mom again. If that was really her ghost, it's not fair. Why did she have to only visit you?
Stop. Don't say that. If it was really her ghost, that would be terrifying.
You never showed up at the funeral or responded to me at all while I was arranging it. I've been so busy with the preparations and all of the stuff that needs taking care of. I haven't even had the chance to mourn yet. I miss her so much, but I haven't even had time to cry.
Yeah, I get it. I understand how hard this must have been on you. Having to take care of everything. I'm sorry I left it all to you. Why don't the three of us try and talk things through? I'm 100% sure that was Mom at my wedding. Whether it was really her, a ghost, or an imposter, let's try and get in touch with them.
Yeah, let's try. If it's somehow possible, I'd really like that.
I'll try and call her again.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. See you. I saw it all. Her ashes are really at the house. I don't believe it.
Are you finally ready to face reality? She's not with us anymore.
I don't understand. Then who on earth was that at my wedding?
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. Did you try calling her phone again?
No, I still couldn't get through. I know, let's just try and message her.
Yeah, good idea.
I'll add her to this chat and make it a group.
Okay, sure.
Sorry for not answering your calls. I've had a lot on my plate.
Excuse me?
You must be Lisa. Am I right?
Of course it is. But more importantly, who are you? Why do you have our mom's phone?
I guess it's finally time to let the cat out the bag.
If this is some kind of sick prank, please stop already. My brother and I are going through a really tough time.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm sorry. I'll explain everything. But I'm glad everything seems to have gone to plan.
What's that supposed to mean? What plan? Your plan to mess with people grieving their mother? What do you want exactly?
Sorry for all the confusion, but I really had no choice.
Stop with the cryptic messages and just tell us why you have our mom's phone.
I was just holding on to it. I'll give it back to you right away.
And please, just tell us. Who are you?
I'm your mom's twin sister. My name's Sarah.
You're who? That can't be true. Our mom told us she was an only child.
Back in our day, it wasn't that uncommon for one twin to be given up for adoption at birth. Our family wasn't very well off, so they couldn't really afford to raise two kids. Twins. No wonder I thought you were Mom. You're the spitting image of her. I never had the chance to get to know her, though. There was a lot of drama between my adoptive parents and our birth family. I only recently learned I was a twin myself.
How did you find out?
Your mom called me from the hospital. She said she really wanted to meet me before she passed away.
I had no idea.
My adoptive parents have both passed on already, too. And my own kids have all grown up and flown the nest. And me and my ex-husband are divorced already, too. So I've been pretty lonely. I was really happy to hear from her.
What did she say exactly when you met her?
She said she didn't have long to live, but her son's wedding was very soon. So she said if she can't hold on until then, she wants me to go in her place and pretend to be her. So that's what happened.
Wow. She must have really wanted to be there for your wedding, Andy.
She said her son's always been a pretty sensitive boy. So if he knew she passed away, he'd definitely put off the wedding until God knows when. So she said she wanted him to get through his wedding without any feelings of loss or regret. I had no idea Mom was thinking about me. Right until the end. I knew she went to hospital, but when I messaged her about visiting, she told me she was discharged already. That was me. I'm sorry. It was part of the instructions she left for me. She knew you'd want to see her in hospital, so she told me to say whatever I could to put you at ease for your wedding. I did think she seemed a little different. The way you spoke and acted was obviously not 100% the same as her, after all. When you told me you were still just a little off because of the medication, all of my doubts were put to rest. You know, your mom seemed really happy talking to me about all of this. When she was telling me what to do and how to act, she was grinning from ear to ear. The whole time. She said she was really glad to be able to play one last little trick on her kids before she passed on.
I still can't believe this. Lisa, I'm really sorry about all of the stress this must have put on your shoulders. Your mom was really worried about that too. You have no idea how tough this has been on me. I was all on my own dealing with the funeral and all of the death procedures, while you were playing your little trick on Andy, making sure he had nothing to worry about. I can only apologize, but your mom said there was no one else she could depend on for this but you. She said you've always been so reliable and strong, more than she could have ever been herself. I see. I guess Andy's wedding going off without a hitch was like her last wish. I still can't believe she'd go this far for that, though.
She was always so unpredictable. If I knew she was in such a critical condition, I would have never gone ahead with the wedding at all.
She said she was really sorry to put such a burden on Lisa, but Andy would definitely make it up to her, and more, when her turn to get married came. So she also wanted me to tell you she's counting on you to make it up to your sister, Andy.
Of course. That much should go without saying. Now that both of our parents have passed on, I'm all the family she has.
In that case, I guess I'm doomed.
Shut up, Lisa. I'm doing my best.
Anyway, she said more than anything, she wants the two of you to get along. As a family. That was her only last wish. Mom's always had a crazy sense of humor, but this really takes the cake.
You can say that again. But you're right. This is exactly the kind of thing I'd expect of her. I remember once when I was a kid, I was just brushing my teeth, minding my own business, when all of a sudden she popped up behind me in the mirror in a witch's mask from Halloween. She couldn't stop laughing even though I was in tears.
Yeah, that sounds like her. And I remember one time I had a big fight with her. When I was still in high school, I opened my lunchbox one day to find nothing but a raw carrot. She sounds like a very interesting person. When I met her at the hospital, there were so many things that made me sure we were twins. Even though we were raised separately, we had so much in common. Our likes, our ways of thinking, and all of that. We were still so similar. Life can be pretty mysterious.
You can say that again.
All my life, I felt like something was missing. To think that was my twin sister all along. I feel like I found a missing piece of myself. I only met her for a short while, but I'm really so grateful she gave me that opportunity. And the opportunity to talk to her son and daughter too, of course. In the beginning, I was sure Andy was playing some insane prank on me to try and remind me of her or something. You have no idea how mad I was. She said she kind of figured that might have been the case, but she was confident you'd get it in the end, and the two of you would be fine. She was really pretty confident about that.
I'll never understand that woman. How could she be so sure we'd get the joke?
She said you were her and her husband's kids after all, so there's no way you wouldn't appreciate this in the end. She was really quite the woman. Even though she was reaching the end of her life, she was still only thinking of us. That's right. She was really worried about leaving you two behind. More than anything.
That sounds like the mom I knew.
That's for sure. I hope she's looking down and laughing at us with Dad right now. Even though she was a single mom for so long, she was always such a bubbly and cheerful person. I know I was a handful back when I was a teenager, but she hardly ever got mad or yelled at us.
Yeah, she was always so good to us.
She just seemed grateful that we were growing up healthy, even if we were giving her trouble.
Yeah, that's exactly how it seemed.
Sarah, where are you now? I'm back at my own house. I live in Kansas. You said you live alone, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. Why? This might sound crazy, but how about living with me in our family home? I'm a little lonely too now, to be honest. Thanks for the offer, but I have my own children too. I'd like to keep living in my own family house, so they have somewhere to come back to if they ever need it. Of course you do. I understand how you feel. But at least come and see us sometimes, okay? I want to meet our cousins someday, too.
That sounds lovely. Let's have a barbecue or something soon.
Definitely. I don't think Mom could have predicted a better ending to her little prank than this.
I don't know about that. Knowing her, it could have been what she wanted all along.
Yeah, that's true. And I can't wait to see your wedding videos too, Andy.
There's a lot of me crying in those videos, so I can't say I'm looking forward to showing you. He's not kidding. He was crying right from the start.
Seriously?
Give me a break. It was emotional, okay? I really want to go and visit Mom's grave as soon as I can, too. I'm sure there's still a lot to do regarding her property and bills and everything. So let me take care of everything that still needs doing, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sure your mom was watching the wedding and her own funeral from heaven. I'm sure she's really grateful for everything. And as her sister, I want to thank you both, too. So, thank you.
Thank you too, Sarah. I'm sorry you had to get caught up in our mom shenanigans.
Don't worry about that. It was my pleasure. So, I guess the next time we'll meet is the barbecue.
Definitely. I'm sure our mom would be delighted to see our families get together.
Speaking of your mom being delighted, don't forget to get along, you two.
Of course.
We will.
Of course, I wanted to be there for my brother's wedding, so I was a little disappointed to have missed it. But in the end, I was glad to see my mom off at her funeral. I can understand how the timing made it impossible for me to hold her funeral and be at the wedding. She was the best mom we could have ever asked for. I'll always be grateful to have been born as her daughter. We had the barbecue with Sarah's family, and it was a lot of fun. It's like our mom's parting gift was a whole new family for us to join. We shared stories about Mom with our new relatives, so they could understand just how great a person she was. I couldn't hold back tears while we talked about her. I cried like a baby. It was quite a relief, to be honest. I hadn't had the mental space to let my emotions out until then. But being surrounded by such loving people, I finally felt free to let out my emotions. There were still so many things I wanted to do with you, Mom. So many places I wish we could have gone to together. So many things I wish we could have eaten together. So I don't care if it's as a ghost. If you're out there, Mom, please come and see us again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.